Numbers 25 marks a sudden and serious shift in Israel's journey. After being protected from curses in Numbers 22-24, Israel now faces a danger that comes from within rather than from outside enemies. This chapter shows that when God's people cannot be harmed by opposition, they can still be weakened by compromise. It is a lesson about loyalty, holiness, and the power of decisive obedience. Israel at Shittim, a dangerous compromise. While Israel camped at a place called Shittim, the people began to form close relationships with the women of Moab. These relationships led Israel into practices that drew their hearts away from the Lord. They were invited to local celebrations and gatherings connected to false worship. The scripture says the people joined themselves to Baal of Peor, a phrase that shows deep spiritual compromise, not just casual contact. What could not be achieved through curses was now happening through distraction and temptation. A serious response. The Lord spoke to Moses, making it clear that the situation was serious and could not be ignored. The unity and spiritual health of the community were at risk. Moses instructed the leaders to act decisively and restore order among the people. At this moment, a shocking act occurred. One man openly brought a Midianite woman into the camp, showing complete disregard for God's instructions and the community's well-being. Phinehas acts with courage. Phinehas, the son of Eleazar and grandson of Aaron the priest, stepped forward. Seeing the seriousness of the moment, he acted swiftly to stop the spread of the problem and protect the nation's spiritual direction. Because of this decisive action, the crisis came to an end and stability was restored. God spoke and affirmed Phinehas' actions, saying that his zeal reflected God's own desire to preserve peace and faithfulness among his people. A covenant of peace. The Lord then made a special promise to Phinehas, a covenant of peace. This covenant affirmed that the priesthood would continue through his family line, not because of ambition or status, but because of his deep concern for God's holiness and the people's future. Phinehas' actions were not about anger. They were about protection, responsibility, and devotion. The message of Numbers 25. This chapter teaches important truths. The greatest dangers often come from within, not outside. Compromise weakens faith quietly and gradually. God values faithfulness and courage. Zeal for God must be guided by obedience. Leadership sometimes requires difficult decisions. God desires peace, order, and spiritual clarity. Numbers 25 shows that while God protects his people from external harm, he also calls them to guard their hearts from internal compromise. Faithfulness is not passive, it is intentional. Next comes Numbers 26, where God orders a new census, preparing a new generation to move forward into the promised land.